Yeah, cynic. People do that to troll me, but like, it makes it funny. You know what I mean? But that's not a bad suggestion. That is valid. Like if I recognize that like one person does it like every single fucking time, I'm gonna warn them. You know, it's funny when it happens naturally or an accident. But if one person is purposefully doing it all the time, especially people who don't really chat that often, like if their chat history is
Zilch, but they like to fuck up when I'm trying to say something important or do an intro or promote somebody, then I'm gonna have to like time them out or have a talking to with them, you know? Just like
that.
We almost have 1,000 people in Discord.
Yo, the giraffe champ. Wait, what did I miss? So if you guys are watching right now, Mike, everybody, Rainbow, Nemo, all the homies here. Ricky is the only professional skater on Twitch. He's the best skater on Twitch. And aside from those two cool facts, he's actually a really fucking dope dude. He's seriously a great guy. He's so kind. He's so supportive. And I'm looking so... All right. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Sure, thank you. Thank you, Rainbow. What's up, Music Man? What up, Jagged Planet? How's it going? What's up, what's up? What's up, Vapor? Yo, what's up, Therion? Let's go. Here, let me restart the app so I can jumpstart the YouTube portion. All right, we are connected. Yo, no freaking way, dude. Wow. Let's go, dude. 1,500 bits. What? Thank you so much, Analytics Cynic. Let's go, guys. Holy shit. Thank you, bro. Thank you so much, dude. Thank you so much. How are you today? Thank you so much. You ready for a road trip? I was gonna get on earlier, but you know, I just kind of laid in bed and thought about maybe I'll drive back to LA. I feel like it's smart if I have like responsibilities in LA to like get there early. So like I gotta be there by like noon tomorrow anyways, and a lot of times when she flies out in the morning, I'll have to walk and feed the dogs in the morning because she's busy getting ready to leave. So we'll see. Well, I think getting back there earlier is better. That's what I'll do. But what's up? How are you? How are you feeling today? How you doing? I'm a little bit tired. I'm tired every day though, right? What the fuck is on my finger? I got some oil or something from my van. Thank you so much, dude. Legend. Thank you, Miss Orange Green. Yes, W Cynic. Let's go. All right. Hello, 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 hello. Hi, everybody. My name is Danny, also known as Potential Bliss. Welcome to my live stream. It is August 16th, 2025, guys. We have exactly 2 months until TwitchCon. Woohoo! We are multi-streaming on 3 platforms. We are live partnered on Twitch, live partnered on YouTube, live partnered on Kick. So tap up the stream if you want. Whatever feels good and fun for you is all good for me. What up, Adam? Good morning. Both cynics in chat today. Let's go. Ponzai, thank you. I appreciate that. You too. Oh, we're going to Santa Monica. That's right. Yep. It's road trip time. It's road trip time. Yeah, welcome in, you guys. We are taking a road trip from San Diego to Santa Monica. Oh, let's get this fucking fly out of here before we start driving. Oh my god. Let's think, what vibes are we looking for today? Let's try shuffle of my like 2,300 liked songs. Let's see what happens with that.
Range Green tip $15.
Yo! Miss Orange Green, thank you! Oh my god, thank you so much. Thank you. W Miss Orange Green. Let's go. Woo, woo, woo.
Nobody on the road, nobody on the beach. I feel it in the air, the summer's out of reach. Empty lake, empty streets, the sun goes down alone. I'm driving by your house, though I know.
Oh my god, I just realized I can shorten your name to Miss OG. Wow.
You got your hair combed back and
Miss
sunglasses on, baby. I can tell you my love for you will still be strong after the boys of summer have
OG. Are we feeling ready for a road trip, guys? So
forget those nights. I wonder if it was a dream. Remember how you made me crazy? Remember how I made you scream? Now I don't understand what happened to our love. But babe, I'm gonna get you back. I'm gonna show you what I'm made of. I can see your brown skin shining in the sun. I see you walking real slow, smiling.
Not Dead Yet. How are you? Jagged, how you doing? Hi, Cringe Balloon. What's good? Welcome in, everybody. Come on. Yeah, let's go.
Out on the road today, I saw a deadhead sticker on a Cadillac. A little voice inside my head said, don't look back, you can never look back. Thought I knew what love was, but did I know? Those days are gone forever, I should just let them go. I can see you, your brown skin shining in the sun. You got the top pulled down, radio on, baby. I can tell you my love for you will still be strong after the poison summer have gone. I can see you, your brown skin shining in the sun. You got your hair slicked back and those wayfarers on, baby. I can tell you my love for you will still be strong after the poison summer have gone.
Thank you, Cynic.
If I can reach the stars, hold one down,
What up, Demoralize? How you doing? It's good to see you.
shining on the heart, so you can see the truth. And this love I have
I love Eric
inside
Clapton.
is everything it seems. But for now I find it's only in my dreams that I can change the world.
Demoralizing So says today's been fantastic so far.
Oh fuck, it's gonna take us 3 hours to get there. That's crazy.
Baby, if I could
Oh, nice. That's good.
the world. Even for a day.
VapXR99 says lol. Not Dead Yet 60s says are you heading back to Santa Monica?
Yeah. We start doggy duties tomorrow.
This kingdom we have made. Till then I'll be wishing for the day that I can change the world. I would be the sunlight in your universe. You would think my love was really something good, baby, if I could.
Chaos Flux 100 says have a nice day, stream and trip Danny.
Thanks, Gas.
Baby, if I could.
Rainbow says I am going head downstairs and I will tune in from phone until the wedding service thing or till more people show up for it or depending on when the doors open for it.
Okay. Have a good time. Thank you.
I could change the world. I would be the sunlight in your universe.
Analytics Cynic says what is your vibe musically today? At Potential Bliss.
I don't know. Inspiring. Just gonna double check and make sure everything's set up right before we get on the highway. covers, I think, would be nice. Of like songs that we
Chaos
already
Flux
know.
100 says Radio Cynic.
DJ Cynic. Telemundo. Telemundo. I let you go. Or like indie, I don't know. Indie surf rock is always fun. If you have any undiscovered gems. That motorcycle is
Pure
south.
Cynical says Cheer 100. SR.
Thank you.
Cheer 100. SR.
Cuando quiera, putos, estoy listo pa' morir, pa' morir, pa' morir. Yo estoy listo pa' morir. Cuando quieran, putos, yo estoy listo pa' morir. La tumba ya la tengo, estoy listo pa' dormir. La tumba ya la tengo, estoy listo pa' dormir. Y no lloren
too
por
loud?
mí, que yo sé a dónde voy. Al infierno, así es como lo hice.
When we're on the highway, it won't be.
Así es como lo quise. La vida es un sueño, la vida es difícil y la viví como yo lo quise. Y la viví como yo lo quise.
Pure Cynical says Perfect Volume.
Como yo lo quise. La vida es un sueño, la vida es difícil. La vida es un sueño, la vida es difícil y la viví como yo lo quise. Y la viví como yo lo quise. Mejor andar solo que mal acompañado. Si no estás en mi esquina, pues hazte pa' un lado. Corazón sangrado, me has abandonado. Necesito una limpia que ando embrujado. Más sabe
MS Orange Green says a bit, but let's see.
Yeah. Well, once we get on the highway, it'll be different. The song might be a little too high energy. I'm so not awake yet. I like it, but it's a little crazy for my brain right now.
Chaos Flux 100 says you need 3 energy drinks to push up dip.
Or to finish the rest of my energy drink. It's already sounding quieter. Because the road sounds. Yeah, this
Pure
is
Cynical
just
says
straight up.
Tier 100.
Straight up
SR.
yelling.
Tier 100. SR.
Alright, let's jump to that one. This one's a little too. I feel like I'm being yelled at in Spanish. Oh, that didn't work. You sent me an artist link. You didn't send me a song link.
Chaos Flux 100 says haha.
It's a good song though. I just gotta be awake more, I think. Yeah, Pure Cynical, you did not send me a song link, you sent me an artist link. You're gonna have to get the right link. Thank you for the 100 bits.
Pure Cynical says maybe this is better.
Oh shit, I gotta be in this lane, fuck. Oh my god, okay, Pure Cynical, this shit is too crazy, man. Just pretend I just woke up and I want to listen to like nice, peaceful, beautiful music for a little bit, like something to like to dynamically like start the day. This is too crazy right now. I mean, let's try it. Yeah, that's too
Pure
much.
Cynical says sorry, my bad.
Oh, I'm still in like yawn mode.
Pure Cynical says I've been awake since 5 a.m. Analytic Cynic says
All right.
120th.
All right.
Chaos Flux 100 says we are getting there. Gonna find Danny's mood. Analytic Cynic says I got you on covers.
Okay, cool. Yeah, Pure Cynical, just send another one for that last one if you could.
Musicman says DJ Cynic.
Thank you, Pure Cynical, and thank you, Analytics Cynic.
BapXR99 says how's the weather out there?
Well, the reason that I decided to drive back right now is because when I woke up and I took a walk, like I was getting wet, like it wasn't like humid, it was kind of like misting, sort of like overcast.
Analytic Cynic says it skipped the song.
So I was like, oh, okay, I got you, thank you.
Analytic Cynic says should have been Under the Bridge.
Okay.
Pure Cynical says here's something more chill.
Okay, cool. But yeah, I was like, oh shit, I don't want to have to walk around if it's gonna be like misty, kind of wet. Like my whole van windows were wet when I woke up, and so I was like, eh. Alright, there we go. Okay, I got you next, Pure Cynical.
Sometimes I feel like I don't
Okay.
KCKSUM says road trippin' boy SSSS.
Yeah, Casey How are you today? Man, this is kind of
KCKSUM says, and girls and non-binaries, ha ha ha.
this would harmonize so good with the original.
Chaos Flux 100 says at Casey Kasem. KCKSUM says I'm good. Just getting ready for work.
Nice.
Extreme Elements says thank you for following Florida Man 420, Florida Man 420, smiley face.
Yo, what up, Florida man? 420. Okay, let's hope we can get over fucking 40 miles an hour here. This trip should only take like 2 hours and 15 minutes
me to the place I love. Take me all the way. I don't ever wanna feel like I did that day. But take me to the place I love. Take me all the way.
KCKSUM says my nephew turned 18 today. I feel so old, y'all. Lol.
What? Oh, that's cool. Sorry, I said what because I'm like trying to get into this lane. Trying to go north. You guys don't know, we have an incredible goal. And we're working on getting up to being able to buy the power station. I'll buy the Starlink soon.
Says most of the covers I played for you won't trigger copyright, so they'll still be heard in the VODs too.
Oh, that's cool. Thank you. But yeah, saving up for Starlink Mini and a new power station to run it so we can stream in cool places. Take a big trip up to San Francisco for my 2-year streaming IRL anniversary, my 2 years in a van-anniversary, October 1st, and then October 2nd is my birthday. October 3rd, 4th, and 5th is the Hardly Strictly Bluegrass Festival, and then about a week later is TwitchCon San Diego. But before all of that, we're starting our first ever Subathon. So all contributions that we make every day help towards making these dreams come to life. So thank you guys for the support. Yeah, thank you. We're almost halfway to our big goal already. That's awesome. We've already got a generous contribution towards the dono goal today. Thank you. And every increment of 10 subs we get to, like 5, 10, 520, 530, 540, 550, I will gift a sub on top of that. I might have to do it when I'm, not driving, if it happens today while driving for some reason. And yo, Chaos! Let's go! Thank you for the resub. Thank you so much. Let's freaking go. Hell yeah, that'd be cool.
You're not human, you're a miracle. Creature with an animal. You're sexy, neon screaming.
Thank you so much for your continued support. 14 months is wild. Thank you. It always feels so good. It always feels so good to get on the highway. Because my transmission so far doesn't have any issues on the highway. Which is nice. Maybe it does have a little tiny bit of vibration on the highway. I don't know, I just felt... I feel it in the 60 range too. Oh man. I've actually never felt it in that range before.
20th.
Thank you.
Cats underscore 10x says you Danny what's up. Pure Cynical says
What up,
W
Cats?
lurkin' and cooking. Chaos Flux 100 says
Oh,
coded 1 cheer 100.
Chaos, I got you next.
Not dead yet 60 says hey. Musicman says gaming and lurking.
Nice, thank you.
Analytic Cynic says wrong song, I think it skipped again.
Why the fuck?
Analytic Cynic says but this is a good cover.
Let me try to fix that. Oh, yes.
Bakite21 says GM Danny in chat. Safe travels, hope everyone is good.
Aw, thank you. Good
KCKSUM
morning.
says I wonder why it does that.
It's haunted.
Chaos Flux 100 says at Bakite21 hello, welcome. Cats underscore
How are you
10x
today,
says
Bakite?
where are we heading?
We are headed to Los Angeles, baby. How are you today, cats?
Cats underscore 10x says I'm good, what about you?
I'm good, thank you. I'm glad you're doing good. Buckle up, Big Kite.
Bakite21 says at Chaos Flux 100 hi at KCKSUM happy Saturday.
I decided it would be better to drive back earlier, you know?
The Dalai Lama story says good morning.
Good morning, how are you, Dalai Lama?
Cats underscore 10x says I watched the Top Gun Maverick movie and I got know the importance of San Diego.
Nice.
The Dalai Lama story says how are you doing today?
Good, thanks. Another day. Another chance to make the best of it.
The Dalai Lama story says I'm chilling thank you so much.
We're gonna have a good day. Who knows? It might even be a great day. It's up to us, you know?
Cats underscore 10x says Bliss rap is cool, lol. Chaos The Dalai Lama story says did you hear about the new $3 burrito at Taco Bell? It was on a Twitch commercial I saw. The Kite21 says at Emserain Green thank you so much for the sub to Z3K.
You know what's the crazy part is it was like two gifted anonymous, like give it to random viewer type thing. And you got one and fuck, who's the other person?
Cats_10x says, will I ever reach to 1 mil channel points? It's kinda seems impossible.
I hope you do not.
MS Orange Green says at Bakite 210 right, I'm so glad you and Bakutu got them.
Yeah, I do too.
KCKSUM says I'm at 450k channel points. Lol. Photo Mickey says cheer 100, cheer 100, cheer 100.
Yo, Photo Mickey, let's go. Thank you so much. After this song, I got you. How are you today, Mickey?
Photo Mickey says good song for California. I'm good Danny, just studying Japanese.
Oh, nice. That's exciting. Do you feel like you're learning it pretty good, or how's that going? And thank you so much again for the
Cats_10x says California girl song.
I wish we could have met up on my trip out here this time. Next time.
Bakite21 says kick up the kick. Photo Mickey says TwitchCon Danny.
TwitchCon, baby. That's right.
Cats_10x says the sky looks beautiful blue.
Bro, how many times do I have to get over to make sure I don't get off on a random exit out here? It's fucking crazy. This is the third time in 2 minutes I have to switch lanes over through the exits.
Bakite says hi YT.
Thank you, Big Kite. Hello, everybody on all the platforms.
Theron Chance says W drive back to love.
Yeah.
T.Dalla says hey Bliss W stream is always just lurking.
Yo, what's up, Dalla? How you doing, man?
T.Dalla says cheer 100, cheer 100.
Thank you.
Cheer 100, cheer 100.
Thank you so much. Let's go, guys. Hype train.
MS Orange Green says hi. Bakite21 says WWW.
Miss you, bro.
Musicman says WWWW. Cats_10x says gotta sleep early today. Bye everyone.
Okay, good night. Sleep
Musicman
well,
says
my
hi.
Indian brother. My brother from India. Take care, cats. Peace and love, bro.
Bakite21 says where is the link for this song? PLS. Not dead yet 60s says WWD.Dalla. Cats underscore 10x says thanks Danny.
You're gonna have to scroll up, click around,
Chaos Flux 100 says at Bakite 21.
unless somebody else can do it, please. Thank you.
Bakite 21 says at Chaos Flux 100 tie.
Thank you, Chaos. There you go, Mike. So happy to have you guys here. Oh yeah, you guys, we are hype training. I almost forgot that exists. If you guys want to participate in the hype train, obviously it helps a lot.
Photo Mickey says California dreamin'.
No pressure, but we're almost halfway to our big goal already. And every increment of 10, like 510, 520, 530, 540, 550, I'm gifting a sub on top of that. Yeah, and our dollar donos go towards a huge stream upgrade for road trips and stuff like that. We're fucking dialed, you guys. Starlink Mini incoming.
I passed along the way. Well, I got down on my
We got 2 minutes left, guys, of this hype train. First hype train of the day.
You ain't preaching like the gold. He knows I'm gonna stay.
Bakite 21 says a stas tunye.
Danke, danke. Gute Nacht, Nacht, gute Nacht. Gute Nacht. How many bits or subs does it
MS
take us
Orange
to get to
Green
level
says
2?
Danke.
Danke, danke.
MS Orange Green says good knock. Musicman says free subs are 1.1k bits.
We got less than 30 seconds left of this hype train.
There is a rose in Spain.
Photo Mickey
Thank you so much.
A red rose up in Spanish Harlem.
Cheer 100, cheer 100.
It is a special one. It's
Right.
never seen the sun. It only comes up when the
Okay. Thank you for the hype train. Thank you for the bits. Thank you, guys. Y'all are the best.
D.Dalla says W photo.
W Vicky. W Dala. W everybody. Of the makes that little clicking sound in the background. Something needs like pressure.
The
behind it.
Kite21 says taxamacket in Swedish. Tie.
Huh? Is that like thank you so much?
Pure Cynical says cheer 100. SR.
Oh shit.
Cheer
thank
100.
you. Let's
SR.
go. That's freaking good.
Yeah. Yo, time to play living. Right.
The Kite21 says yes.
Oh yeah, we passed halfway past the big goal.
Beachside Bacon says Helu DAAAANY.
What up, bacon?
The Kite21 says lol.
Oh, that was a good guess. Thank you.
Got a lot of things I got to do. But God willing, I'm coming back to you. But baby, I'm a traveling man, moving through places, space and time. Got a lot of things I got to do. But God willing, I'm coming back to you. But baby, I'm leaving.
Beachside Bacon says hello Danny.
How are you, Bacon? It's good to see you. Welcome back.
I got to skate, but we could probably run it back in town. Scenarios like this,
Fist bump.
jerkers for the modern MC. I ain't a blue collar worker, cause this thing called rhyming, no different from coal mining. We both on assignment to unearth the diamond. When you start climbing and them eyes start shining, you be struggling and striving.
MS Orange Green says oh right I could teach you all some Finnish.
An observation, it's confrontation. This is the daily operation. My concentration, stay focused on my recitation.
MS Orange Green says what do you want to know?
We make the preparation, cause this ain't no recreation. This is pro ball, and we letting you know, y'all.
Beachside Bacon says yes sir.
Phone call, and I'm ready to blow, y'all. About to go, y'all. And a pleasure to know,
The Kite21 says I'm half Swedish with a 6-foot grandma. Analytic Cynic says 3/20.
Thank you, Cynic. I got you next.
Drop these heavy ass bags up my backbone. Around the world with the catalog of rap songs. My baby girl is walking.
Beachside Bacon says dude San Diego was so beautiful.
My hometown is
Hard
like
to
a
leave.
different scenery. The old timers on the stoop leaning leisurely. The new jacks up in the park smoking greenery. Easily taken for granted when you up in it, but it's sweet sinning. When you went down for a minute, move around city limits, break them down with the finish. The end no winning, classical B-boy image, collect the winners. Cause that's the reason that we came here. This thing is not a game here. The fortune, not the fame here. From New York to the Cadillac.
You guys got any plans for the weekend?
Cali in the Cadillac, Chicago, no we innovate. Infiltrate Virginia State, DC make me stimulate. Philly, no we penetrate. Georgia make us generate. Let's celebrate to get the pace. They celebrate to my jams and foreign names. Even your mans in Japan know who I am. In our son, make everybody out in the bun. Say that you bun, make that man know we ain't getting run. Phenomenon, excuse me, that's a phone call. This is show, y'all. Trying to get this dough, y'all. About to blow, y'all. Been a pleasure to know, y'all. And I'm letting you know.
Pure Cynical says I'm doing school work for about 16 hours or so then I'm relaxing and chilling.
Good luck.
Photo Mickey says just going hiking later.
Oh, nice. Where are you going hiking? Mickey's gonna be on his hike. He's gonna be like, Konnichiwa. 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 Learning
Photo Mickey says Cowles Mountain. Haha.
Nice walk.
Cowles
Mountain. Oh, I want to go there one day.
Photo Mickey says Cowles Mountain has a beautiful sunset.
Oh, I bet. Sunrise is probably nice too.
All aboard.
What?
There is freedom within.
If you're watching on Kicks, type something in the chat real quick. I want to do a test.
There's a battle ahead. Many battles are lost, but you never see the end of the road when you're traveling. Hey now, don't dream.
What words?
Therion7 says Someting. MS Orange Green says something.
There we go.
Therion7 says lol.
Okay, thank you.
They come to build a wall between us. We know they won't win. Yeah. Oh no. Now I'm towing my car. There's a hole in the roof. My possessions are causing me suspicion, but there's no.
It's a good cover.
In the paper today, tells of war and
Five
the
Street Street,
ways.
Dr. Tubbs, let's go.
The Kite 21 says good life. Pure Cynical says cheer 100.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Wow. We got the cynics. The cynic and the cynical going off. Let's go. Thank you for the 100 minutes. I got you next.
Now I'm walking again to the beat of a drum, and I'm counting the steps to the door of your heart. Only shadows ahead, barely clearing the roof. Get to know the feeling of liberation and relief. Hey now, don't dream it's over. Don't dream it's over. Hey now, when the world comes in, they come to build a wall between us. We know they won't win. Hey, oh no. Hey now, don't dream it's over. Hey now, when the world comes in, they come.
Pure Cynical says so to keep it brief. Have been curious, you had a not great experience with ayahuasca in Hawaii, yeah. Or just a one and done.
I mean, it wasn't like, it's not something I would just recommend to people. You know what I mean? It's kind of one of those things that your innocent brain needs to decide whether you want to do it or not, and then it's never going to be the same experience for you because the environment, the people you surround yourself with, all that stuff like makes a difference, you know.
White lips, pale face, breathing in snowflakes, burnt lungs, sour taste.
lights go
Pure Cynical says, yeah, for sure, it's a thing that attracts you to itself, so to say.
Yeah.
long nights, strange men.
Can also be influenced by people that have tried it, or people that claim it's like life-changing.
Stuck in her daydream.
I would say
Been this way
if you have
since
bad mental health, it could make it worse, you know?
Analytic Cynic says 4/20th.
So, thank you, I got you next.
Like pastries,
Yeah, I would say it's risky.
in life come free to us, 'cause we're just under the upper hand.
Adamberger 1836 says, always amazes me with how early the Trappist is going back to LA. Lol.
It's just certain
And in a pipe she flies to the motherland.
certain intersections where the highways meet and stuff.
It's too cold.
It's because we're coming up on
Pure Cynical says, yeah, there is no biological free lunch.
we're coming up on a certain highway junction. I can't remember the name or the number. It's like 30 or some shit. Oh no, it's not 30. Far from it. Okay, so we're coming up to junction 78. So I think there was an accident or something, or it's either just the normal traffic at the junction. There's always a couple spots that are like this.
They say she's in the class 18, stuck in her daydream. Been this way since 18, but lately her face seems.
Yeah, driving in and out of LA can be like the longest trip ever, or it can be like reasonable. But you never really know, because if there's one accident, or if there's one cop sitting on the side of the fucking road with his little speed radar gun, and everybody, literally, I've seen traffic 10 times more backed up than this, and then I finally get to the reason, and the reason is just some cop parked on the side of the fucking highway, scanning people's speed, and then everybody's just like a big baby about it and fucking stops in the middle of the highway so that they don't, I don't know, get a ticket. It's like, what? We should just keep fucking cruising.
Wasting, crumbling like pastries. They scream the worst things in life come free to us, 'cause we're just under the upper hand. I'm going mad for a couple grams, but she don't wanna go outside tonight. And in a pipe she flies to the motherland, sells love to another man. It's too cold outside, but angels
Pure Cynical says, meh, if I'm going 10 over on the freeway, you can kiss my ass if you're a cop.
Why? Closed eye, hope for a better life. This time we'll fade out tonight, straight down the line.
The weather's nice. It's not 100 degrees in the traffic right now, so can't really complain too much.
She's in the class 18, stuck in her daydream.
Gotta look at the positives sometimes.
18, but lately
Sometimes when we're stuck in traffic like this, it's like 108
Soto Mickey
degrees.
says, or there's just being nosy or curious on what's going on. Maybe to slow down, pull out their phones, post on TikTok, etc. lol.
Yeah. Every time I see somebody
Pure
driving,
Cynical says, but I grew up around Montana and speed limit is 70.
yeah. Every time I see somebody driving like shit, since I drive a big van and I can look down at people because I'm higher up than most people. Every time I see somebody driving like shit and I glance over,
C_theory on
always on
7
a
says,
fucking
I've
phone.
read about those flock cameras that have been going up all over the country, but the other day I saw one in my small town of Selma, Oregon. Pissed me off.
what, just like cameras on the highway?
C_theory on 7 says they are vehicle fingerprinting cameras.
Yeah, those cameras have existed out in the cuts of Oregon for a long time, because of all the people that would move weed in and out of those areas, and then once they get out of those areas, they would then drive it across the country illegally, right?
Pure Cynical says, yeah, those are scary. They read the plates and faces of PPL in the car.
They're kind of just keeping track of what's going in and out of those valleys and those groves and stuff. More than anything else.
C_Therion7 says they take note of your license plate, and take note of any damage and creates a database of everything. The flock cameras are new, but only by a few years.
No one knows what it's like to be the bad man.
Burbank Rocks says you can add 2K lights to your interior of your auto and take a picture for yourself. Photo Mickey says, I don't think there are 80 miles per hour speed limits in California, unlike Nevada and Utah.
Yeah, there's 70 here, and then people drive 80 in the 70s, though.
C_Therion7 says, I am surprised someone hasn't taken it out yet. It will eventually happen.
Oh, for sure.
As my car just seems to be, I have hours only lonely. My love is vengeance that's never free. What it's like to feel these feelings like I do, and I blame you. No one bites back his heart on their anger. None of my pain will can show through. But my dreams, the earth is empty, as my car just seems to be. I have hours only lonely. My love is vengeance that's never free. Discover Discover No one knows what it's like to be mistreated, to be defeated behind blue eyes, and no one knows how to say that they're sorry. And don't worry, I'm not telling lies, but my dreams, the earth is empty, as my car just seems to be. I have hours only lonely. My love is vengeance that's never free. No one knows what it's like to be the bad
There must be a
man.
bad accident up here because
to be the sad man.
Oh yeah, there's an accident.
Analytic Cynic says 5/20ths.
Thank you, Cynic. Sorry, I'm just thinking about traffic. There's some kind of bad accident up here. Hopefully everybody's okay.
Hey, I hear the voice of a preacher from the bedroom, calling my name and I follow just to find you. I trace the faith to a broken down television and put on the weather.
Might as well snack while I have time.
Analytic Cynic says no apology necessary.
Thank you, dude.
While my friends were getting high and chasing girls down Parkway lines, I was losing my mind because the love that it gave, wasted on a nice face. In a blaze of fear, I put a helmet on a helmet.
Pure Cynical says cheer 100.
Yo, Cynical, thank you.
Cheer 100.
Guy going so slow.
Woke up this morning early before my family from the stream where she was trying to show me how a life can move from the darkness. She said to get better.
So I put a bullet where I should have put a helmet, and I crashed my car cause I wanna get carried away. That's why I'm standing on the overpass screaming at myself, hey, I wanna get better. I wanna get better, better. I wanna get better.
Cynical says this is my feel-good jam, love me some mimosas.
Where the fuck was the accident? There's no accident! I didn't see an accident. Maybe they cleared it up already? See, like, all that slowing down for nothing. Crazy. not to get too excited.
Beachside Bacon says true dad.
I try not to get too excited when the traffic starts moving again, because the odds that it's just going to stop again is usually pretty high.
Pure Cynical says, yeah, that's a bummer. I remember living in SoCal. Analytic Cynic says 6/20th.
Thank you, Cynic. off, mister. Go fuck yourself. Same with you, mister. Get the fuck out of my way. Don't even try me. Gotta slow down again, for whatever reason. So no more cloudy day. I mean, it's pretty cloudy. My service sucks over here.
The Kite 21 says weather looks fine. Is it getting hot?
Nah, not really. Feels good still.
Wise men say, looks like rain today. Crackled on the speed. Trickle down the
Hope you guys had fun in San Diego with me.
heavy eyes keep hiding us, taking legs that often told us it's over. We are floating. It's bright, starlight filled the evening. We wrote it and I'm reading. Something's happening, it's so strange and sweet. Naive notions that we tried, simple truths we tried to hide. We are falling.
Oh, this is the same
Not
one.
dead yet 60s says now I see the clouds. Glare on my phone made it hard to tell.
Oh, okay.
Musicman says it looks like clear day.
I mean, like, directly this way is pretty blue, but there's even a thick-ass whole, like, marine layer of cloud over the ocean. Pretty sure it's gonna be pretty cloudy all day. So we're passing, like, a military base, so my service might suck for a minute.
Analytic Cynic says 7/20ths.
Oh, thank you, Cynic.
Baby, let's go away from here.
Musicman says at least Danny would get sunburned that much if it's cloudy.
Don't
You can still get pretty sunburned when it's cloudy. In fact, I probably should have put sunscreen on my face. It's dry.
Musicman says won't. Wolfies J0ST Fine says hey Danny. Dan says I mean your truck.
It's not a box truck, but it is a commercial van. It's a 2006 Sprinter. An OM647 turbo diesel engine. Nag 1 5-speed transmission.
Sutern says man dang it, I hope you were truck or van life.
This is a van.
Sutern says that's a little small.
I have a 2006 Sprinter van. I don't know where you're from, but they don't call vans box trucks here. So, not sure exactly what you're saying.
Sutern says I mean that big enough for a desk and bed but no shower or bathroom. Kurt's Closet says some say love, it is a river.
You know how much effort and like overhead it takes to
Nala
build out all
FBN7
that?
says hey.
To have like good, what up Nala, how are you? To have like a good irrigation drainage
Kurt's Closet says
system
how's it
for
going,
like
Danny?
a vehicle, and to have to power the water pump and then have a water reservoir, and all taking all those things into consideration, honestly it's kind of over engineering things to a degree. But yeah, you know.
Sutern says brown water is all downhill.
You know what I mean? What's up, Kurt? How are you?
Sutern says gravity does the work no pumps needed for.
All right. Show me your build, and then we can talk about it. I think the one thing that I notice is
Sutern
people.
says you need a box truck, not a van.
I think the one thing that people don't take into
Nala
consideration.
FBN7 says I'm good. Thank you. I'm on my 5-month streak. Yay.
Nice.
Sutern says so you got room under.
Yeah, so my van has high clearance.
Nala FBN7 says how are you, Danny? Kurt's Closet says doing okay. I forgot my Twitch password.
Like if you're talking about what you think you would want inside of a vehicle, like a rig that you live and travel out of, but you don't have one, then I don't know, it's kind of like a shot in the dark from your end, you know? Because I think it's more important to focus on the engine, the transmission, the body, the brakes, the axles, the fuel consumption, your sensors, your computer modules, your transmission modules, and how all those things work together and communicate with one another, and how they all
Sutern says
run.
if you can add 2,100-gallon tanks under your van, you got a higher rig van than I ever seen.
So, the second you start adding things like that, you start reducing dramatically the consumption of fuel per mile. And I think what's more important is that you get places in these vehicles. You can fucking make your own shower. You know, you can hang a bag from a fucking tree. You can dig a hole in the woods and shit in the hole. You can find public restrooms, public showers, public gyms. I think most people get caught up in the amenities that they think they can't live without, and then they don't even know how to fucking work on the vehicle. Like even being a carpenter is not even a flex if you're living van life.
Sutern says granted there are not solar shower setup.
Like if you don't know how to work on a vehicle's engine or anything like that, and your primary focus is building it out and trying to make it super cool, I think that you're going to be, you know, you'll have like kind of wake-up call, like when you break down on the side of the road and the only thing you have going for you is that you built a shower and put in a 100-gallon tank. Now, if you're much older, like if you're 40s and above, then like I understand I understand that you would want certain accommodations that are sort of like necessities to you. But since I'm a little younger, I'm kind of able to improvise and make things work without having to over-engineer everything. But yeah, I mean, if you want to drop me like 10, 20 grand, I'll build that out for you on stream. Or if you want to drop like, you know, 100 grand, I'll buy a whole new vehicle and I'll build it out in every single way that you want me to. As long as I'm not dumping all my money into it right out the gate, sure, I can do all that stuff. I've always said what's more important than the build is what's going on outside my van, like the places I take everybody. And the more that you over-engineer, the more of like an eyesore you become. You start becoming recognized by local police, by local thieves, because they'll just start stripping your vehicle and robbing you anytime you leave. And there's way less risk if you under-engineer things. You know, you're less of like an attention grabber. And whether it's somebody that looks like a normal citizen or somebody that looks like a thief or whatever, whether it's cops or locals calling the cops on you for your presence in their neighborhoods or whatever, you also need to take all that into consideration. So, like, I urban camp a lot. I don't always I'm not like hiding, you know, like a lot of people have to pay a lot of extra money to be at a campsite every day because they have all these resources they need to plug in or recharge or things like that. And man, that's an expensive way to live. Like, you could basically live in a house for the same cost, you know. So it's like, what do you really want out of life? Do you want to travel and spend as much, if not more, than you would living at a house or an apartment? Or do you want to find that wiggle room where you make compromise and sacrifice certain things so that you can have a more affordable lifestyle? Because I'm not like coming into this lifestyle to just piss money away. So, you know, there's those aspects.
Oh, yes, I'm strong, but I'm weak when it comes down to loving you. And I hope you love me like you say you do. And I hope you love me like you say. If you do, let me hear you say, yeah.
Yeah, show me your build.
The Kite 21 says hi at Nalafon 7. Analytics Cynic says 8/20ths.
Woke up quick, had about me. Just thought that I had to be in Compton, so I gotta get drunk.
Traffic number 2.
About to go and damn near went blind. Was on the path going up inside. I went in the house to get the clip with my Mac tab on the side of my head.
Is this Ben Folds?
Bailed outside and I brought my weapon. Just as I thought,
no, it's
the
not.
fools kept stepping. Jumped in the footage, choosing my ride. I got front and back, side to side. Then I let the Alpine play. I was bumping new shit by NWA. It was gangsta gangster at the top of the list. Then I played my own shit and went something
Analytics
like this.
Cynic says nope.
Down the street in my 6'4", jocking the bitches, slapping the hoes, and went to the park to get the scoop. Knuckleheads out there, cold shooting smoke. Car pulls up, who can it be? The fresh out the middle on Kilo G. He rolls down the window and he starts to say, it's all about making that.
Analytics Cynic says a little group called Dynamite Hack.
I've heard this version before.
Kurt's Closet says, can you share images on Twitch?
Bored as hell and I wanna get ill, so I go to a place where my homeboys chill. Fellas out there trying to make that dollar. I pulled up in the 6'4" Impala, greeted with the 40 and I start
I reached back like a pimp and I slapped the hoe. And her father stood up and he started to shout. So I threw her right across and knocked his old ass out. Cause the boys in the hood are always hard. Come talking that trash and we'll pull your card. Knowing nothing in life but to be legit.
Kurt's Closet says, are you religious?
Boy, I ain't said shit.
Next question.
Punk ass tripping, but it's alright. Tony scored a key, he's gonna.
Theron Chance says, are you raging over traffic now? The Kite 21 says, lol. Kurt's Closet says, bro, sometimes I'm just too high for your streams, lol. Kurt's Closet says, I smoke a lot. C_Therion7 says, have accepted Lucifer into your heart, Danny. Lol. The Kite 21 says, ooh. Gerherman Ernst says, good evening from Bavaria.
Hey, wow, Bavaria, let's go. How are you today? Hello from California, United States. Does Bavaria have good chocolate? I feel like I've heard Bavarian chocolate.
Analytic Cynic says 9/20. Gerherman Ernst says, good thanks.
Good. That's good to hear. What time is it out there? What's your time?
Kurt's Closet says, you need a vape or something, Danny.
All I need is a good community. Is the open
Gerherman
road.
Ernst says, Switzerland is known for chocolate.
In Belgium. In
Gerherman
France.
Ernst says 21.34.
Oh, okay.
Santi Zero Inline says, breathing to this blue sky seems enough.
Yeah. How you doing, Shanti?
Kurt's Closet says, and marijuana lol, just kidding.
Pretty sure the word marijuana was like propaganda.
Gerherman Ernst says, Belgium, beer and fries.
I think marijuana is just a propagandized tool.
Santi Zero Inline says, good bro.
I think it's
Glad it's
supposed to be called
Saturday.
cannabis or weed. Oh, here's the accident that
Kurt's
stopped us.
Closet said, bro, I think I drive safer when I'm high. C_Therion7 says it was propaganda against Latin people.
Yeah, I wouldn't make a claim like that online publicly. Driving better high is a crazy thing to say.
C_Therion7 says Hispanic specifically. The Kite 21 says at C_Therion7 yes.
Yeah, because they were always talking about the marijuana being imported.
Kurt's
and
Closet
smuggled
says it
over
helps
here.
me relax. Haikiri says he.
Hi, Haikiri, how are you?
Kurt's Closet says yeah, that's true. Analytic Cynic says 10/20 it's okay, I'm done with covers.
Okay.
Gerherman Ernst says, have you been in the army?
No. Have you? We do have some veterans.
MS Orange Green says hi at Hikeri.
We do have some veterans in the community. We also have some active duty in the community.
C_Therion7 says that Mexicans coming with their marijuana and taking our women.
Yeah, and our
Lol.
jobs.
Hikeri says at Orange Green he.
They took our jobs.
Analytic Cynic says, disabled veteran.
I see.
Theron Chant says I would be medically disqualified from joining the military.
Oh, okay.
Analyze stuff I said, and I was me a little crib in a pub.
Kurt's Closet says lol at C_Therion7. Durherman Ernst says I am from a city in Germany which had over 10,000 soldiers.
Oh, great.
Kite21 says hi at Hikeri.
loves carbs. Carbs.
Gino2 Reno says at Analytic Cynic thank you for your service.
Buddy try to sit in the chat, I got bars. I'm so well made and well paid. Little party and a lot of hell raised. Self-made since 12th grade, and I never had to move to LA. Shut up.
Hikeri says at the Kite21 he friend.
Is it performative? Of course it is. I'm over you, I'm over that, I'm over this. Got a warrant, haven't been to Florida since. So now
C_Therion7 says I am very sorry at Analytic Cynic for this current administration.
Caught me in the border with. In every crevice and crack.
Nala FBN7 says at the Kite21 a belated hello. Analytic Cynic says don't be sorry. I'm taken care of at C_Therion7.
I can hear the timer on the clock ticking when I'm gone. Baby, play this song.
I like to hear, baby.
C_Therion7 says awesome, very good to know.
Say hello and hey, we'll
Kurt's
maybe
Closet says
say
marijuana
so.
smoke should be coming out of the cars. It should be a California thing lol.
It is. But we don't call it
The
marijuana.
Kite21 says at Nalathon7. Durherman Ernst says I know you're into music, do you like sports too?
A little bit, you know, when I
Kurt's
was
Closet
younger.
says we're American aren't we?
You wanna bounce to it, you better bounce to it. Turn it up and let the 808 pound
I grew
to
up
it.
loving hockey,
Loud, show 'em how you
baseball.
get down to it. You say set, and
But I grew up in Michigan, so it's like,
BapXR99 says we call it weed.
yeah, we either call it weed or
Nala
cannabis.
FBN7 says at the Kite21 it's. C_Therion7 says cannabis, baby.
That's right.
Analytic Cynic says 11/20ths.
25 stream streak, let's freaking go. Thank you, Cynic.
Durherman Ernst says then you are a Red Wing fan.
Hell yeah, I am. I grew up in Detroit. Yeah, more of a hockey fan than anything else. It's hard not to be when your team.
Nala FBN7
like, you know,
says at the Kite21 it's 40 a.m. here.
if you grew up in the 90s and your team is the Red Wings, you pretty much, if you're not a hockey fan, you're missing out
Beachside
on
Bacon says we call it Moda.
celebrating, you know, like their success.
Nala
and how good they
FBN7
were.
says
Mota.
5:40 a.m.
¿De dónde es Mota? ¿De dónde es Mota?
Durherman Ernst says saw a game there in 1989.
Wow, what? Do you remember who the Red Wings
Master
were playing against?
676,533 says hi. Adamberger 1836 says the Wings were so dominant with that Russian line they had.
Yeah, Russians.
Beachside
and
Bacon
Canadians.
says Deki. Janato_error_404 says Germany is European hockey champion. Janato_error_404 says hi. Janato_error_404 says field hockey. Kurt's Closet says have you been to any cool reggae concerts? I remember seeing something on Victoria's stream that had a reggae concert kind of vibe. Durherman Ernst
Yeah.
says Russians. Janato_error_404 says not ice hockey. Durherman Ernst says but no player.
I'm not like super into going to events that are based around reggae, because the whole like Jamaican reggae culture is like very toxic. It's like one of the most toxic music cultures out there. I'd rather go to a trap style rap concert than a reggae concert for the most part. Unfortunately, I've worked a lot of different reggae festivals, and I've worked very closely with the talent, and yeah, like the Marley family are some of the most stuck-up, pretentious, egomaniacal fucking assholes ever. They're so unfaithful. They cheat on their women, and their women just put up with it because they love being around a fucking famous reggae musician, and they just take the fucking punches as they're thrown, and they also mistreat people at the events, especially if you're like a Caucasian, white-skinned person. All of the legends also like continuously shit on any reggae band that's not like authentic Jamaican, or if they're like light-skinned or Caucasian with white skin. You know, like Revolution, Hyrie, you know, all those kinds of bands like that. They talk mad shit. You know, they make sure they don't promote those bands. They make sure that the crowd is as small as they can possibly be for their performance. And they hype up, you know, that the headliners are the best, and that who gives a shit about anybody else. None of them go and watch any of the other musicians. They just like they're in their own little bubble. And that's not just me saying this. Like, I've literally worked in the music industry my whole life, you know. I worked with way bigger talent than any fucking reggae musician I've ever worked for. And every bigger talent that was not in the reggae genre was 10 times nicer, 10 times more down to earth. Like, no matter how famous they were or how big their ego is, they make it work for their persona in a way that doesn't make them look like a piece of shit, you know? Because you have to have somewhat of a big ego to even become famous. Like, if you don't have a giant ego, you're never gonna fucking become famous. So you have to have some semblance of a large ego to even become famous. And I don't know, the reggae culture has never been very positive, you know. I've worked with every Marley, you know. I've worked with the Wailers. I've literally, I have so many stories, but we'll just leave it at that. I'd say Damian Marley's the quietest, you know, so I wouldn't really know. He's kind of just been like sort of irie, like chill, decent.
Kurt's Closet says I think it's cool but IDK very interesting.
I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, he's like that. Yeah, Bob Marley was a legend. Yeah, for sure. He was, he also had a huge ego, you know, but he had much more of a positive impact on the world. Everybody assumes that all the other Marleys and all the other reggae
Kurt's Closet says I grew up listening to Damian
like,
Marley.
Make a positive impact like Bob Marley did, and that's not true. Bob Marley was a fucking, he was a
Kurt's Closet says before I even knew about reggae.
Bob Marley's music was activism, you know, in a time when everybody was just, you know, not putting that out there into the mainstream. You know, even to the point where he got attempted to be
Kurt's Closet
assassinated.
says I thought he was just rapping.
So, like, you know, the government tried to take his ass out. They even shot his wife in the back of the head. shot him in the chest. Nobody in the fucking world, in the reggae world, is willing to stand up like he did. But, you know, it is to be said, you know, he was a player.
Beachside Bacon says by his own
He
PPL.
had kids, you know, he had like hella kids with hella people. He had like, you know, 8 girlfriends while having a wife. You know, like, if you ever watch interviews with his wife, you know, she just talk about how he'd be with a different girl like every single night. So I'm sure she wasn't a big fan of that, but if you want to be in that little bubble, in that fame, that little
Kurt's
fame
Closet
bubble,
says, what kind of music do you like smoking to?
I don't know. I don't really base my music taste on what I smoke to. It doesn't matter. The Grateful Dead.
Dernerman Ernst says reggae was against the mainstream, same then punk.
Yeah, punk was always like anti-establishment type music. Bro, this highway sucks. Come on, let's get on some smooth road here.
Kurt's Closet says we have to get together and listen to some music or something.
We are right now.
Kurt's Closet says I am huge music head. Musicman says so BUMMPY back there. Dernerman Ernst says the best music overall was the 70s.
70s, yeah. But there's incredible music being made right now. And that was very much the best music, like, for the era in which it was created and viral. I don't know.
Kurt's Closet says I listen to a lot of stuff. Kurt's Closet says I don't know much about Rastafari. Analytic Cynic says whistling along to Hooey.
I think so. You probably know. It sounds like, it has to be what you just said. No, it couldn't be anything else, I don't think. Then it's like, da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da.
Analytic Cynic says yeah, Gooey by Glass Animals.
Yeah. Dude, I got a fucking crazy ear for music. But I am also decent at like from memory. Like if you told me, well, let's not test that theory while I'm driving, but if I sat down and tried.
Kurt's Closet says Cellular by King Cruel is also one of my newest favorite songs.
Oh, okay. I'll have to like. I feel like I pretty much. It's not like Charlie Puth level shit, but it pretty much.
Kurt's Closet
any
says
song,
you have to play that song.
You have to drop 100 bits and then drop this link to the Spotify song for it to be played, Kurt. That's how it works. Spotify only, too.
Sandy Zero N-Line says listen to much Tipper.
Yeah, I used to listen to Tipper. I've been to like 12 Tipper shows. I've actually
BapXR99 says what rock music do you like?
I've seen him a dozen times. I've worked like so many festivals where he was performing. But the Tipper crowd, I'm
Kurt's
not a big
Closet
fan
says
of.
oh okay. Sandy Zero N-Line says nice.
A lot of the Tipper crowd is like ketamine addicts and just not so much fun to be around. Like, they're always in some kind of K-hole, most of them. Not to like generalize them in the blanket statement, but I mean, I worked those festivals for so fucking long. And Tipper is an incredible producer. Very, very, very talented man.
Durherman Ernst says when I drove the Pacific Highway between San Francisco and San Diego in the 80s in a convertible, my Barite song was Rock Me by Great White.
Nice. What kind of rock do I like? I like it all. So just to remind you guys, I grew up in the music industry, so I was always kind of overexposed to every type of music because it was a part of my job. So, what kind of rock do I like? I mean, all kinds. It depends, because there's like rock that's usually associated with a different style, a different cadence. You know, there's rock and roll. I feel like those are two different things. I feel like rock and roll is like got more of a connection to rhythm and blues, but it's still rock, you know? It's kind of like a mesh of not just rock. I like rock.
Kurt's Closet says I started making these cool rolling trays. I'll have to show you.
Oh, okay. So I think rock in itself is more geared towards like rock metal, heavier stuff. Lots of power chords and shit. And then I think rock and roll is more technically advanced, you know? You got like some sick ass play back and forth with like soloing and different stuff, and it's just got more like a different type of style.
Kurt's Closet says Guns N' Roses.
Like rock and roll would be like Led Zeppelin. Rock would be like Metallica.
Kurt's Closet says Led Zeppelin. Durherman Ernst says you need guitars, drums, and a bass. BapXR99 says I am going to see Pantera September 9th. Kurt's Closet says that's it. Kurt's Closet says lol.
Yeah, sick. And then rock and roll is like, oh my god, that is so. There's what? It's almost like harder to celebrate rock and roll because you're just like your mind is more blown by like the intricacy of the certain
like Simon and
I
Garfunkel.
think rock in and of itself is more like there's like a standard, there's like a default, you know, for the sound of the drums, and things like that. Rock and roll surprise you more, and rock is more predictable. Wow, something just fell. Oh, it's okay.
Kurt's Closet says Oh and Van Halen.
Pantera is sick. Rest in peace, what's that Dimebag there? Do I like Simon and Garfunkel? Simon and Garfunkel or Van Halen? I mean, sure. Yeah. I don't listen to them more than once a month, probably. I think it's important to have like a wide appreciation for music. Listen to all different kinds of stuff.
Beachside Bacon says yay that's nuts, Dimebag got shot on stage and died.
I remember when I was like young, I was always listening to like new artists while like all my friends were obsessed with all the older artists, you know? Like I was obsessed with like Nirvana and bands like that. But like when newer artists came out and Kurt Cobain was already dead and gone, I was like, you know, listening to new artists, and like my friends would just be locked into like the oldies or the classics and stuff. And while I still listen to that, I was like one of the only people in my groups of friends who was like constantly finding new artists and like showing them bands that they could go see live. And so I can't really pinpoint me being
Kurt's
obsessed
Closet says wow thanks.
with any one kind of music, you know. Oh shit, I gotta get over.
Durherman Ernst says are there still radio stations like NAC 105.5 in LA?
The best radio station in LA is Nueve Seis Tres, 96.3. It's all Spanish language. Nueve Seis Tres.
Beachside Bacon says and of course K Earth 101.
Yeah.
Hello?
Hello?
Blurp says Yasmin Snackies played hello. Blurp for 25 bits.
Hello.
Yasmin Snackies says hey my favorite people, how is everyone? BapXR99 says I am also going to see Judas Priest and Alice Cooper at the end of September.
Oh, that's gonna be
Kurt's
so
Closet
epic.
says the radio sucks nowadays.
That'd be so epic. Yeah, I mean the radio sucks depending on what you like, right? Because there's always a station for everybody. I guess if you live in an area that's not very musically inclined, then maybe they don't have as much of a variety. It's just like classic radio. I don't know, like all mainstream and all very typical classics. In California, they have cool radio stations from Southern California to Northern California to even north above San Francisco in the Humboldt area, Redwoods, Ukiah, inland by Mount Shasta, up towards Southern Oregon. Like they have fucking radio stations that'll just play
Yasmin
Grateful
Snackies says
Dead
yo kick side.
for like 12 hours straight. Dude, I've seen a lot of people.
Kurt's Closet says they overplay stuff where I am.
I'm gonna mute you guys. Text-to-speech is off for a second. I've seen a lot of people complaining about their viewership dropping because of the new like bot protection that's like supposed to stop big streamers from botting, which is like affecting real viewers on smaller streams. And curious if that's gonna ever come out to be 100% proven true. Because I mean it's Saturday. We have like 30 said, like, if there's 30 people here, it's 30 amazing people. So don't take this the wrong way. It's a way of a streamer of analyzing what's going on and other people's opinions on their view count, and then counting the number of people listed in the chat compared to what it says for the viewership. It's interesting. It's interesting. I know I'm not doing the most like a crazy thing, let's all watch today type shit, but I'm pretty fucking surprised, to be honest. It's a Saturday, it's the summer, everybody's off work, everybody's out of school, all that shit. It's very peculiar.
Cherry Blossom Yasmin Snackies Cherry Blossom says YouTube tag gang, hope everyone is well.
Thank you.
Kurt's Closet says I forget it is summer.
It's starting to warm up, that's for sure. It's 80 degrees now. Are we all brake checking? What's going on here?
Kurt's Closet says I can't wait until it rains.
So what a lot of these other streamers have been doing is going to their viewer list, which I like never, ever, ever, ever fucking look at.
BapXR99 says it's 94 here and I am in New York. Lol.
Damn, that's hot vapor. Especially in New York with all that concrete. Well, depending on where you live, I guess. If you live upstate, maybe not so much, but yeah, so people look at their viewer list, which I never look at my viewer list, like ever. I don't even have an option to really do it. Either way, I don't really care to look at it. I like it. I like when people can lurk and just be in their little bubble and not be like noticed. That's the true epitome of a lurk. But people have been going to their viewer list and counting like how many people are there and comparing it to the view count that's listed. Apparently it's been like dramatically off. And these are people like myself who have never bought in shit ever. You know? All these other people are faking it till they make it. We're just slowly climbing the mountain until we get to the spot that feels good.
Rainbow says hey dude.
Hi Rainbow, welcome back.
C_Therion7 says things are changing.
Yeah. Well, it's a good thing we're multi-streaming every day and have been for like over a year. And when we actually do fun stuff, our YouTube viewership has been like actually doing really well. Like we had a few streams on YouTube that had peak viewership of 40 viewers and like almost 2,000 views by the end of the stream, which is more viewers than we have on Twitch right now. So thank God we're fucking multi-streaming because it's important for me to continue to grow, whether it's on this platform or another one. Depending on their updates and all these things, it's going to impact certain platforms. So, W multi-streaming. If you're watching on YouTube or Kick, when I do front page of Twitch, you guys have to come over to Twitch for that day. Because I can't multi-stream on that day.
Snacky says, does certain days have any effective roles? Snacky says
really.
right.
Not really gonna make too big of a difference.
Kurt's Closet says you need a Volkswagen, like a huge hippie bus, just start picking people up.
The Volkswagen bus is smaller than my van though.
Kite 21 says cheer 100.
Yo, thank you, V-Kite. Let's go. Thank you. Oh yeah, W request. Just the master volume on it is so low. I can hardly hear it.
Kurt's Closet says oh they. True, I saw a pretty small one time I was surprised.
Yeah, they're very small.
Kurt's Closet says I still want one.
It was either get one of those or get this van. I was in between the two. This is way more reliable.
Yasmin Snacky says MS Orange Green. Hey, how are you? Kurt's Closet says do you like the white rabbits?
I like all rabbits. I'm not racist. All of them. Every color rabbit. All of them. Equal opportunities, equal love. All rabbits. All rabbits matter. that guy. Holy fuck, that guy's gonna kill somebody. What a fucking idiot. And guess what he's driving? A BMW. He probably doesn't even know what the fucking letters BMW stand for. He's literally bobbing and weaving like he's in a fucking game. Bro, fuck that guy. Straight
Baron
up.
Chant says lol. Kurt's
Fuck
Closet
that
says
fucking
lol.
guy. Fuck that dumb idiot, dude. If you drive a BMW, shame on you. If you drive a BMW like that, you're literally just a piece of shit. Or a child. The speed in which you get through this highway compared to us by bobbing and weaving dangerously through the highway
619 SD Angel says
so
Barbarian Motor works.
inconsiderate towards anybody else. It's so selfish. Like, grow the fuck up. It's like, what's the rush, dude? It's crazy. Like, I understand if your wife is like having a baby and you're like,
Extreme Elements says thank you for following
get-
Nutmud smiley face.
Yo, Nutmud, what's up, dude?
619 SD Angel says they used to make airplanes.
Yeah.
Kurt's Closet says I don't drive too good.
It's because you're stoned every day. Got him.
Yasmin Snacky says cheer 100. Extreme
Yo,
Elements
thank
says
you,
Nutmud just subscribed. Patrick says thank you for the
Nutmud,
subscription,
thank you.
Nutmud.
Thank you so much. Let's fucking go.
Yasmin
Thank
Snacky
you.
started a new hype train.
Thank you for the sub over on the green side. And thank you for starting a hype train. How did 100
Kurt's
bits
Closet
start a
says
hype train?
especially on the highway.
How did 100 bits start a hype train? That's crazy. That's new. Everybody's flying around me like, what the hell?
Yasmin Snacky says Nutmud hello.
Thank you.
Kurt's Closet says probably, you know what? Probably.
Well, if you've been smoking weed since before you ever even got your driver's license,
Kurt's Closet says I've been high for the last 12 years.
exactly. So, you know, like, you gotta learn some things not stoned, or you gotta practice things not stoned. And that's coming from somebody who's smoked weed probably since before the day you were born. Thank you again, Nutmud. Thank you, Yasmin.
Walking around this old and empty house.
Nutmud says at Yasmin_Snackies.
Aw, thanks.
Stars creep.
Oh, was that a gifted? I can't tell.
Kurt's Closet says but then I drive all red.
Oh, nice. Nice, Nutmud. That's awesome.
Kurt's Closet says that's no bueno.
Hell yeah, you found me, Nutmud. Oh, it's bright out. Holy shit.
The Kite 21 says cheer 100.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
100.
Let's go, guys. We have 2 minutes left in this hype train. We're only 2K bits away from our big goal, which helps me a lot. That pretty much covers the fuel that it takes me to get
Kurt's Closet says I don't have a red car.
LA. So thank you.
Nutmud says good to see you on the green side, homie. BapXR99 says how much longer until Santa Monica?
About an hour. All aboard!
BapXR99 says I am excited to see the pier. I've never seen it on a stream or in person, lol.
Oh, really? Yo, tomorrow's stream is gonna be awesome. We'll do, it's gonna be like a beach day, like classic Venice, Santa Monica, like full run.
Now wait for me. Please hang around. I'll see you when I fall asleep. Don't listen to the word I say. The screams all sound the same. Though the truth may be this, shit will carry on. All these things are so. Don't listen to the word I say.
DJ Maurice says 436,644,847,972.
Nice, a good band.
Nutmud says the YouTube priority dropped one slot down now. So I'll check for you in order of purple, green, then finally red. Lol.
Thank you. And thank you guys for the hype train. Appreciate that. Oh, I love this song.
Nutmud says right on, right on.
Yeah, not mine.
Kurt's Closet says you should make a video of you smoking a joint and post on YouTube.
Why? So they ban my YouTube. How about you do that on your own channel?
Kurt's Closet says like a cool setup and stuff.
I'm good. I'm not trying to be a weed content creator.
Lamontal says lol.
Hey, Lemon. How are you, Lemon? It's good to see you.
Yasmin Snacky says at Lamontal. Kurt's Closet says not your vibe. Kurt's Closet says lol.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's a very...
Lamontal says hi Danny. I am good, thank you.
I don't think it's a
Hope you're
very-
doing well.
I think it's good content field to be in. Thank you. I'm glad you're doing good. Yes, I'm doing well.
Kurt's Closet says they're cool to watch.
Yeah. Twitter's probably better for that. than
Lamontal
Twitter.
says at Kurt's Slow Set. Lamontal says Kurt you're unique.
Yeah. Everything, like every niche,
Lamontal says and I like it.
like depending on what you're doing in the world, like you have to network, you have to have connections for you to stand out. Everything in fucking life is based off the connections you have. Every good job anybody's ever gotten connections. Every good brand deal, connections. Every good like collab that really props them up and boosts them through like that threshold of growth that they've been locked in at and haven't been able to pass. Connections. It is so fucking rare in this world that things are not built from having like the right connections. So I think if just like a random person tries to be like a cannabis creator, that it's like a fail, basically. Like unless you've got some major connections with big farms, big cannabis cultivators, the best hash companies, you know, music and entertainment industry that's also like privy to the stoner culture. Because if not, you're basically just a stoner posting themselves smoking online. You're not really like making an impact in the scene or the culture, you know? I think that that's probably the more important part of being like in the cannabis culture. Personally.
My sisters and my brothers, see them like the other. All my favorite.
Like for me, I like taking you guys to festivals. I like taking you guys to concerts. I like taking you guys
The
to
K21
all
says
these
at
cool
Yasmin
things.
underscore snackies hola at Yasmin underscore snackies.
So it's like I have been working in the music industry my whole life, so I have a unique perspective. I have unique insight. You know, I have a lot of interesting input because this has been my life for so long, and I worked with the biggest industry. You know, I worked with Trans World Entertainment, the world's leading distributor in music, for years and years, and I've worked some of the most like highly credited artists in the world, and worked in some of the most highly credited and with the biggest like reputation, like festivals, things like that. So it's like my niche makes sense, right? So if I like keep working towards my niche in the art industry, I like
Kurt's
taking
Closet
you guys.
says there's a lot of stoners
I
out
like
there.
taking you guys to art galleries and stuff because I work in the art industry, you know. So I feel like it's one thing to like create content about like whatever you're doing that day, and then it's another thing to like have a deeper connection with that field of content. I feel like you can kind of go a lot further if that's your goal, is like growth on the internet with your content. I think that just documenting something really doesn't make you any closer to it. It just makes you somebody who's filming some shit. But you know, either way, everybody does content in their own way. Sometimes it's what they like. It's not something they have like a deep connection with, and it is what it is. I don't care. The way that people make content doesn't affect me. So, but in my own personal life, I don't think I would ever invest my time into making content that's like not in a realm that I have expertise in, you know, personally. It'd be like somebody who doesn't have a van, like making videos about van life. It's like, what does it matter? You're just trying to get views. Like if you're only in it for the views, but then you're never gonna really make an impact. Maybe you will, but either way, but for the most part, no, I don't think so. What's up, Gudo? How are you? How you doing?
Kurt's Closet says I feel like marijuana helps a lot of people.
I feel like calling it marijuana is
Buddha 1982 says not too pretty bad.
you should work on not doing. I'm not trying to be such a stickler, but like it just doesn't. It's a propagandized. Like the whole word is only existing because in American minds because of propaganda. The war on
Baron
drugs.
Chance says I think cannabis is the right term.
Yeah.
Buddha 1982 says hooch.
Not too pretty bad, good you. Wait, what?
Kurt's Closet says that's what it's called, right?
It's called cannabis, dude. In English, yeah.
Kurt's Closet says oh okay.
Just do Google search and say, why is the term marijuana so popular in the U.S. and where did it come from? And why is it a frowned upon term to use on a daily basis? Like hear me out. Like if you went up to a drug dealer and you were like, can I get some...
619 SD Angel says cannabis does sound better, the plant of peace and patience.
Okay, so if you went up to a drug dealer and you're like, can I get some marijuana? They would probably think you're a narc or a cop. Just throwing that out there. It's a term that is so widely frowned upon from the like real cannabis culture that like you don't go to a dispensary and see we sell marijuana. No, it's cannabis. You know? Think about it.
Lala_Carpe Diem says hello Danny.
Hi, how are you? It's good to see you.
Kurt's Closet says you're right, but that term is too big.
Guys, make sure you follow Lala_Carpe Diem. Amazing streamers.
Yasmin Snacky says Lala_Carpe Diem. Hey. Lala_Carpe Diem says hi, I'm Yasmin Snackies.
My sisters and my brothers see 'em like no other. All my favorite colors.
Buddha 1982 says does marijuana still exist? Lala_Carpe Diem says how's your weekend going Danny? What are you up to? Kurt's Closet says there's nothing to do when you're driving anyway.
How's your weekend going Danny? What are you up to? My weekend has been good. We spent a few days in San Diego. I'm going back to LA right now from San Diego to do some daddy dog duties. I'm going to take care of the Frenchies, the two dogs, Andy and Edie, the French bulldogs, for 5 days. I'm about to order a Starlink and another 2 kilowatt hour power station to power Starlink. So, and I'm going to do my first ever Subathon. I'm doing pretty good. I'm a little overwhelmed and overstimulated a lot lately, but other than that, I'm doing pretty good. How about you?
Lala_Carpe Diem says oh exciting. We need to test out our Starlink mini setup soon.
Oh nice, that's awesome. Yeah, we're gonna be Starlink mini twins. Let's go.
Yasmin Snacky says did you get my other song Mister?
Can you send the link again? Because I'm driving, it'll be so helpful.
Lala_Carpe Diem says yeah, I feel ya on the overwhelmed and overstimulated part. Need some self-care.
Yeah, I don't know what to do for self-care anymore. I just kind of like take it easy, you know, rest when I need it, plan. I do live a life where it's like I have to like always be thinking about what I'm going to be doing the next day, every single day. But, you know, I make it work. That's why I like to plan like a week ahead, which I have not been doing lately. But planning super far ahead helps like relieve any like overthinking.
Kurt's Closet says I like making art when I'm high.
Bro, all you
Lala_Carpe Diem says are you spending time with your music?
Yeah. Dude, Kurt, the only thing you've been talking about today is weed. Literally, if I scrolled back and read every single one of your messages, it would be like 150 messages in an hour, all about how much you love getting high. And it's like a
Closet says lol.
Oh yeah, and Lala, we're gonna do our first ever subathon too, which is kind of exciting.
Kurt's Closet says lol, go ahead.
I was gonna time you out for a little bit, just for a little bit.
But you're moving so carefully. Let's start living dangerously. Talk to me, baby. I'm rolling up from there since we played the role. Let's lose our minds and go fucking crazy.
Lala_Carpe Diem says that is exciting. Tell me about that. What are you thinking? Yasmin Snackies says OMG that frog, I love him.
So I want to do like, it's like every other 100 subs is going to be like a goal reward for the milestone. Like one of my ideas is like eat watermelon with mustard on it, like random stuff. Nothing too crazy or too like detrimental to my health or my sanity, you know? But I'm thinking that I do, once I get the Starlink and this new power station, we start up the Subathon, and I think it's going to be capped like 2 weeks. And because it's our first Subathon, and we don't know really how it's going to go. So then maybe if we hit some crazy ass milestone, we either like add an extra week or two.
Lala_Carpe Diem says yeah. That's a long time.
Yeah, and it's gonna be 24 hours, so I'm gonna be like running boards on stream at night and stuff like that. Maybe even like past videos. Not exactly sure 100% yet. I'm still kind of planning because I'm doing like, I'm talking about it on stream, but when it really boils down to it, I have like 20 pages of notes and like all these things that I'm planning. And it's you know, just a solo streamer, so I gotta. And I'm like low-key, like when I do something new, I want to make sure I do it to my best abilities and make it fun. And so I'm trying to just kind of plan it all out while we raise the rest of the funds for the power station needed to power the Starlink. And then once all that stuff's settled, we'll start heading up north. We'll start the Subathon. I think I'll have something that's like, if we do this, we start the Subathon like the next day or a chosen day, so that we can also build up to like triggering starting the Subathon together. And I just want to make it memorable, fun. It's crazy because thinking about what I'm going to do every day is a whole nother aspect, because it's like planning and developing and engineering everything behind the Subathon is so much work than people would imagine. So I'm just kind of taking it one day at a time, but I've made a lot of progress. I already kind of built the whole Subathon timer, and I like I already, what the fuck, slow down, what the fuck, you idiot. You want to ride my ass? I'll brake check the fuck out of you. Suck my dick. So I've already like created the actual Subathon timer and all the variables, and I made like different scenes and sources and overlays and shit, so that everything is like ready to be functional when the time comes. So I've already made that kind of progress. I have like a list of notes of things like, what do I want to do when we hit this number, this number. I kind of wanted to do it where it's like, say if we hit 200 subs, we celebrate by doing something fun or whatever. And then it's like every 200 subs are the big milestones.
Lala_Carpe Diem says awesome. Sounds like you have done a ton of work.
Yeah, still working on it, thank you. So it'll be like every 200 subs is a new celebration. But then I was thinking to kind of like give back and pay it forward to like Twitch in and of itself, that like every increment between the even numbers, like between 200, 400, 600, 800, 1,000, there's 300, 500, 700, 900, right? And I was thinking every time we hit odd increment that I give a shout out to a small streamer. Like something that like I've never seen anybody else do. Like I'm trying to innovate in a way that makes sense to me because we like to give back. We love to support small streamers. And there aren't a lot of streamers that do anything for smaller streamers. They're all a bunch of fucking, you know, they're a clique. And they don't fuck with people that don't benefit them on a large scale. So for us, I like to benefit smaller streamers because they're benefiting on a large scale that I never got when I started out, you know? So it's like, why not do a shout out to a small streamer and like talk about them every even number of hundreds. So like we hit 100 subs, we shout out a small streamer, I talk about them.
Carpe Diem says love that.
We hit 200, we do the fun, weird milestone celebration. We hit 300, we shout out a different small streamer. So the higher we get with subs, the more times we will have shown love to a streamer who may or may not expect it. Thanks, I like that idea too. I've been seeing a lot of, okay, so Lala, they updated something on Twitch to like combat bots, like view botting, but I've been seeing a lot of posts on Twitter about how this new update is affecting real viewership on people who never botted before. And I'm curious.
Lala_Carpe Diem says could utilize the collab function somehow.
Yeah, true. Might be a little difficult during IRL. Have to be streaming. It's so much easier for me if I just nonchalantly like pick somebody who seems special, talk them up, and then shout them out. And
Lala_Carpe Diem says, what is this bot thing?
Well, it's just that like streamers on Twitch, like bigger streamers, they all like fake it till they make it. So like people that have like 20,000 viewers every stream, like really they probably have like 8. You know, they top it off with fake viewers to like give the impression of success. That people obsess with them and obsess over the fact that they're so successful in the field when it's kind of a fake out. Just like a lot of other aspects of life, fake it till you make it type shit. And then Twitch is very strictly against accidentally charging advertisers for fake views because those advertisers will stop advertising on the platform. They're not as much giving a shit about streamers faking it till they make it as they are to secure the relationships in which they've made with advertisers. If there's a streamer that it says 20,000 viewers are watching and the ads come on, they need to make sure that they don't charge the advertiser for the 8,000 fake viewers or whatever. So this whole fucking system, they're regulating it with like bot detection and stuff. But what I've noticed is that's happening is a lot of people are saying that their viewership is lower than when they click the viewer list and count the viewers.
Lala_Carpe Diem says, yeah, wondered about that. Funny when people have hundreds of viewers and they only have a few people chatting.
Yeah, it's, I mean, lurkers make up a huge majority of streamers' viewership. So, like, it's important that they don't mistake a lurker for a bot with, like, organic streamers, like, that don't ever view bot. Like today, we were at like 28 or something viewers, like, I don't know, 40 minutes ago. I think this is like the low, and like obviously, like don't take this the wrong way to anybody watching. Like anybody who's here right now, you're like my number one. I fucking love you guys, and this would never be a slight towards like, oh, he wishes he had more than us or something. Just don't take it the wrong way. It's important as a streamer who's slowly building and scaling the platform and growing their concurrent viewership on a monthly basis on their own, which is so fucking difficult if you're not networking and schmoozing and dick riding and riding the coattails of big streamers. So what I'm noticing is just the viewership being low, but it could be based off of my lack of new content. It could be based off of a number of things. But, you know, that just kind of encourages you to do better, make more plans, make it exciting. If you're excited, your community's probably excited. Collabing is good. I mean, you will benefit from collabing with people a little under your size, a little over your size, stuff like that. But it's not to be expected out of a collab that you're going to grow or get followers or whatever. I think it's just either way. What I'm noticing is people posting like video screen recording. Like, look, it says 20 viewers. To open the viewer list, it's like there's like 50 people on the list. Then they're like, that's weird. The viewer count says 20. The list says 50. Well, everybody who can hear my voice type in the chat, and like 35 people will type. And so like 15 of the 50 real people counted on the list are lurking, so they're not typing. 35 people are typing, which is 5 more than the view count says. So like a lot of smaller streamers have been doing their own kind of analytical detail research and testing things in the chat to see how many people are there. And the numbers don't match up, and it's only been since the update. But then again, it could be like thousands of people just coping with their viewership going down, which is a regular thing that happens to all streamers. And especially if you're not view botting to make up for that loss every day. Because, you know, bigger streamers have slow days too, but you'll never know because they're view botting to top it off and make it look like they're
Lala_Carpe Diem says I'm experiencing the same thing. I just figured our content is becoming stale. We haven't traveled in a bunch of weeks, to be fair.
Yeah, I think it's all worth contemplating, but it's not worth letting get you down, you know? I do think that there is an ebb and flow to everything, but when they make big updates that have to do with counting or not counting certain viewers based off of lack of activity, then it makes you wonder, does everybody who lurks your page have to type first before they go into lurk mode? Like, do they have to do a channel point redemption that says lurk before they fully go into lurk mode for them to be counted? Do they have to proactively check in every 30 minutes and type like hi to be counted throughout a long stream that's like 10 hours? There's no clarity around it. So it's all worth, you know, talking about it and kind of thinking about it, in my opinion, you know.
Lala_Carpe Diem says totally, something to be checking for sure.
Right, like I never check my viewer list because I like the sanctuary of the lurk. You know, I love to like let somebody lurk and not be like, oh, look who's here. You know, I think it's like really awkward when people do that shit. They're like, I see you, so and so, and it's like, bye. Like I'll leave right away if I get called out when I'm just enjoying a good lurk. They're like, whoa, why is Potential Bliss lurking? Hey, why aren't you typing? It's like, instantly close their stream because I've just been called out while I was in my little safe space of lurking. So I take that into consideration, and I never look at my viewers list. You know, I've had a lot of streamers be like, oh, I check on your streams regularly. I don't really type. You know how awkward it would be if they popped in and I was like, hey, so-and-so.
Lala_Carpe Diem says, yeah, I don.
Yeah, so I mean, it might be helpful for like a mod to
Lala_Carpe Diem says I don't look at viewer lists.
Right. And the only time that I feel like it's valid to do so is to check your mod list, because you have a separate list of moderators. So that kind of helps you figure out who's there, who's helping, who's around for moderator needs. But yeah, it could be nice to like compare, like have a mod look at your list. Like, I don't want you to tell me who's on the list, but can you go through my viewer list and count the number of viewers listed from mods to VIPs to regular viewers? And then let's compare it to the view count that Twitch says we have. Kind of just to like, I mean, obviously maybe don't do that all the time. Maybe don't overthink it all the time, but maybe test it on a day where you have low viewership. Give it at least one shot. Look at it. Have a mod do it for you or something. And maybe you'll gain some kind of insight that's confusing. That's like, wait, they just said there's 55 people in the list, but it says 30 on the thing. What gives, you know? But again, all these people that are posting about these numbers could be coping because their viewership's just going down.
Lala_Carpe Diem says, yeah, we'll check that out.
Like, think about being a desktop streamer. Your viewership fluctuates really easily. You know, one day's exciting, one day's boring. The cool thing about IRL is it's sort of a lifestyle category where it's like live vlogging. So, in my opinion, people will watch you almost no matter what you're doing if they have the time. And then more people will watch.
Warsaw Wonder says, have a good day, Danny. Coming from a lurker most of the time, but I chime in once in a while.
Oh, thanks, Warsaw. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you for everything, honestly. You have been so supportive, believe it or not. If you don't think I think that, I do. Lurk is valuable. About 30 minutes away, guys. We're getting there, we're getting there. Everybody's flying around me. I want to get It's already a lot warmer in LA than it is in San Diego, which is interesting because San Diego is closer to the equator and shit. Thank you. You have a good day too.
Little Miss Cake says a Sue dude.
Son, Ed, how you doing?
Yasmin Snacky says, are we getting a burrito?
Maybe.
Little Miss Cake says, I'm good. How's the trip been?
Good, thank you. Headed back to LA now. We're in LA. We're passing Culver City, or no, we're passing Los Angeles Airport. LAX is on our left right now. We're making our way to Highway 10. Highway 10 takes us straight to the beach.
Yasmin Snacky says at Little Miss Cakes, hey.
How are you?
Little Miss Cake says at Yasmin Snacky's hi.
Exactly down into the same speed range that shows the symptoms of my bad transmission issues on the fucking highway. Nice. Noise. Is this gonna be traffic for fucking 5 miles until the 10? Because if so, rip, dude. Oh my god, it is. This is gonna be traffic all the way to the 10. Crash ahead. Oh god, I hope they're okay. Man, if people didn't drive like such dog shit in LA, there'd be less accidents, let's be real. They call them accidents, but when you're talking on your phone and looking at fucking Instagram while driving...
Lala_Carpe Diem says at Little Miss Cakes.
Making TikToks and shit while driving, that's not an accident, that's an idiot causing a crash. There's a difference. I could get off the 405 and weasel my way to where I'm going without being stuck on this highway. There is a way.
$6.19 SD Angel says do that.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking it depends. Depends on how backed up it gets. If it keeps moving like this, we're fine. For years and years, I never even knew what this traffic was like because I would never come to these areas.
619 SD Angel says I always take back roads.
Yep.
Paul says hi everyone.
Hey Paul, how are you?
Blurp says Yasmin Snackies played What? Oh, okay. Trisha paid his blurp for 25 bits. 619 SD Angel says it's moving at least not bad.
Okay.
Yasmin Snackies says lol.
What? Oh, okay. Whoa, all of a sudden it smells like McDonald's fries. Where the fuck did that come from? Where's that smell coming from? Who's hiding the French fries? Gimme. What are you doing? Sharing is caring, guys. Where are the fries? You cannot hide fries in the door panel and eat them when I'm not looking. You gotta share. Where are they, guys? Hand me some fries.
The Kite says hi Paul.
I smell the fries. Where are the fries? Can't eat French fries from McDonald's in my car.
Cherry Blossom Yasmin
without
Snackies
sharing.
Cherry Blossom says hey Paul, I hope you are well.
My leg is getting absolutely roasted by the sun right now. Dude, San Diego is such a relief. It was so nice to be there. Just be in cloudy, cool weather every single day. I heard that it was cloudy over here.
Musicman says here are the magical fries.
Hey, thank you.
Paul says hi Bakite and Cassie, I'm doing good.
I'm glad you're doing good, Paul. It's good to see you. Okay, when you have to stop completely on the highway, I low-key want to scream. Just keep shifting between my
Musicman says that is called bad traffic and you have to come to a full stop. Musicman says on the highway.
This is just the 405 in general. It's so bad. Especially when you get to a major junction, like if you're going to get on another highway from this highway. This one meets up with the Highway 10. So either you get off on the 10 or you fuck up like we did that one time and drive like into the valley and like it's like 25 degrees hotter within 5 minutes. You're like cooking in the sun the whole fucking time. So essentially this highway goes through the valley. Like if you keep taking this highway, it'll take you to the Getty Museum. But if you're at the Getty Museum, like if you're like trying to go to LA and you're looking at the Getty Museum on the side of the highway, you've went too far and now you have to drive like miles in traffic just to turn around to be in traffic again to try to get back on the 10. It's kind of crazy. I'm gonna get over. I'm getting over. Let me in. Let me in. Alright. We're one lane closer to freedom.
Rage boner? I'm getting a rage boner right.
Blurp says Yasmin Snackies played Rage Boner Blurp for 25 bits.
Rage boner. Very interesting. Thank you. Guys, we're only like 1,800 bits away from our bid goal. It's pretty cool. I'd say one of the more important goals is the dollar dono goals today, guys. We have another day where we get to like closer to that goal. That's always
Yasmin
good.
Snackies says lol.
And again, every increment of 10 subs we get to, I will gift a sub. Like when we get to 520, I'll gift a sub. When we get to 530, I'll gift a sub. When we get to 540, I'll gift a sub. When we get to 550, I'll gift a sub. We will be losing like over 100 subs within the next week. So I'm just trying to combat that loss, which is inevitable. Prime helps too. If you guys have Amazon Prime. Or if you're watching on YouTube and you don't have a Twitch account, make a Twitch account. Follow me on Twitch as well if you can. If you want to try to support me for free, if you already have Amazon Prime membership for Amazon, you can connect your Amazon to your Twitch account and you can subscribe to one streamer per month for free and you get the paid perks and the streamer gets paid. So like you'd be able to support me financially for free if you just make a Twitch account, connect your Amazon to your Twitch, and then use your free Amazon Prime sub to subscribe. Man, how many times is this cop gonna fucking slow down and look at me? This cop, this highway patrol right here, literally slowed down and sped up like 3 different times to look at me and my license plate. What, you want a kiss? Come over here, Mr. Cop. Come get it. Whoa, man. What the people put their turning signal on for literally
Yasmin
like...
Snackies says Twitch tier 3 sub, please just do it, thank you.
Yes, everybody subscribe at tier 3 this month. It will help me hit my plus points goal. We're just about halfway to the goal. We're just about halfway through the month. Bro, I'm getting roasted by the sun right now. It's not even that hot, but that direct sunlight is just... My thigh feels like it's like 150 degrees right now. Favorite kind of person that merges in front of me is somebody that does not use its turning signal. They just go. My second least favorite is somebody who like turns their signal on as they're turning. If you guys drive like that, fucking A, dude. Just do better, honestly. No offense, but like, if you're the type of person who's like, ooh, time to switch lanes, and you turn the signal on like while you're turning, turning light is an indicator. Like, you're supposed to turn it on prematurely before you turn lanes. Like this guy, he didn't have it on until he switched lanes. He might as well just cut me off with no turning signal at that point, because it doesn't give me any pre-warning or indication that you're turning. This guy don't even know how to turn off his turning signal. It's still on. But yeah, word to the wise. I have driven hundreds and hundreds of thousands of miles across the entire country, so many different states, so many different highways, and turning your signal on at least a few seconds before turning, if you have the time, is very good etiquette. Not that you guys asked, but you know. Oh, we made it on the 10 without accidentally going into the valley. Fuck yeah. Look at us go. No more maps needed. I know exactly where we are.
Adamberger 1836 says we heading straight to the doggies.
I don't start daddy doggy duties till tomorrow. So no. But I think we're gonna have to take Andy to the vet because his eye is still doing weird shit, like getting all crusty and stuff. So I'm gonna take him to the vet for Victoria.
Kite21 says when I'm on the interstate, PPL are passing me on the right blind spot and illegal.
Yeah, totally. Totally. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to take Andy to the vet though. So. I think they're closed on the weekends, or else she would take him today.
Yasmin Snacky says poor baby Andy. says, Danny, what are you going to do when you get to Santa Monica today?
Take a piss. You know, normal stuff.
Musicman says, lol.
All these people blocking up the fucking lane. Why are we brake checking on the... You guys, speed up, dude. What is going on here, bro? No, this guy's gonna fly around
This
me.
is my pee-pee dance.
Hold it.
This
Blurb
is my
says Yasmin
pee-pee
Snackies
dance.
played PP Dance
This
Blurb
is
for
my
25
pee-pee
bits.
dance.
That's right.
Yasmin Snackies says, lol.
Well, we're officially back in Los Angeles, guys. We are technically in Santa Monica right now.
Musicman says www. Adamburger 1836 says Danny misses his fries. Blurp says Yasmin Snackies played You Did It. Blurp for 25 bits. Musicman says lol.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to find my like survival meals up in the Bay Area. Cause I have them. I have city tacos in San Diego. I can eat that every day. And then I have Burger Spot French fries and the burrito
Yasmin Snackies
spot
says good job, mister.
and
Bakite 21
other
says
burrito
Danny,
spot.
have you ever been called a backseat driver? Lol.
No, not ever actually. Because I'm always the one driving, so that wouldn't be something that happens to me. Why is everybody just sitting at the green light? Wah.
Musicman says a backseat driver would be like speed up, damn it.
Well, backseat driver tells the person who's in the vehicle with them how to drive. Now, road rage, that's when you yell at how other people are driving around you. Do I have road rage? Have I ever been accused of having road rage? Maybe. I plead the fifth. Have I ever screamed at the top of my lungs at people on the road, even though they can't hear me? Yeah, pretty much.
Melissa says lol. Bakite 21 says haha.
This intersection that comes from the highway to this main street, you can only fit like 12 cars in it at once before there's a fucking red light right there to the left. It's the most like...
Musicman says yes, he did it on stream to a semi-truck driver.
It's the most, it's messed up. Oh yeah, if a semi-truck driver swerves into my lane, dude, I'm gonna be screaming at that guy at the top of my lungs for sure.
Yasmin Snackies says it is so funny when he is the back seat of Tony's. Danny is holding on to his seat, so funny, or in the car with him.
Yeah, because he drives so fast. It almost makes me car sick. When you drive a vehicle like mine, you get used to like driving not fast. It just becomes a part of like your everyday existence, is like not speeding ever, not bobbing and weaving. Like I have no reason to rush anywhere.
Musicman says he almost did when you were driving to San Diego.
Yeah, every time I drive in the highway, usually at least one big rig scares the shit out of me for some reason. Okay, watch. The light just turned green. Now there's a red light right where we need to pull in. So like nobody's gonna be able to fit in there. So you have to sit here for like 7 light cycles to make it onto the fucking road. Which is kind of crazy because it's not rush hour or anything.
Musicman says holy shit traffic.
Look, it's turning red again. That's our 2nd cycle, I think. Now we'll see. We'll see if we're close enough to make it in. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're like maybe the 9th car in the line. There's a chance we get stuck at the light, especially because my vehicle's bigger. Please help. I need diapers, milk, baby milk. Oh man, I wish I had some money to give this lady. I really don't have shit. I have water. Maybe she'll appreciate a water. Do you want a water? I don't have any money on me right now,
says
but I
that
figure
person is
it's
obstructing
unopened.
traffic. Melissa
Yeah,
says
okay,
off.
yeah. Good luck. Wish you the best. Bless you. She said yes, I was getting thirsty too. Perfect. That's a good compromise.
Melissa says aw, thank you Danny.
Of course. It's the least I can do.
Musicman says Danny is the best.
Imagine if she was like, fuck your water, I need money. I'd be like, oh Jesus. She like slaps it out of my hand to the ground.
Melissa says lol.
Okay, like I said, the green light. Let's see. Let's see if we can make
Melissa says it happens sometimes lol.
Let's see if we can make it.
C_Therion7 says things are changing. Yasmin Snackies says lol.
She threw the. She drank some and then like threw it into a. She's probably gonna pick it back up again, but she like threw it in, just like dropped it on the ground. She just kind of like tossed it next to the fence, but I guess that's sort of her version of storing it. So look, the light turned green and it's red again. There's still about, I'm the 5th person from the front, 6th person from the front. We did not make it through.
Melissa says lol.
4 cars made it through that whole green light cycle. 4 cars. Yeah, it says, please help. I need diapers, baby milk. She spelled milk wrong. She put M-I-L-C-K. I have 2 kids. God bless you.
Musicman says because it's fucked.
Yeah, this light is kind of the worst. So, like, look, like, what's crazy is
Musicman says the light.
Okay, I'm muting you guys for a second. So what's crazy is that those people at that green light, they can't even get in either. So now these cars are finally moving, so these cars can finally drive, right? They need to recalculate the entire system from here to there, because there's an on-ramp to the highway, there's an off-ramp, and there's 2 sets of lights that like you cross the bridge that goes over the highway, and then basically there's like a huge line of people waiting from that direction coming south, the people that you see driving this way. And those people, like right now, they just blocked up the entire fucking pathway. Now none of us can pull in there until that fucking light turns green up there. When we have a green light, how are we supposed to get in there? This is the most poorly fucking mathematically calculated timed bullshit in LA. We're literally gonna be at this light for another 2 cycles because of this shit. The best lane to be in is the lane to my right. I got stuck in the left lane. It would have been much better if I could go in the right lane, because you could zoom around all these cars and just hug the right lane. I'm just trying to get off the highway. This is Lincoln Boulevard. Look, it's red again. Now all these cars are blocking the fucking road. All those cars have a green light, but they can't even drive because they don't want to be stuck in the middle of the road if it turns red again. So, like, it's just crazy how this shit is operating. They need to work on it. The timing is just really off. Hey, you know, she's not just asking for money, she is selling roses. So, that's good. This is a really bad spot for people who their vehicles tend to overheat. To like sit idling and drive in the sun like this is such like vehicle destroying energy. Okay, so now the cars are finally moving, right? Half of them are getting on the highway, half of them are driving down the street. Now we're gonna get a green, but all these fucking cars that have been patiently waiting just like us are gonna be like, let me get in there. Let me just get in there. I don't wanna wait at this light again. And it's gonna be sticking out to our light. Watch, my prediction. And then all the people behind me are probably like, oh, I hate this, you know? Okay, we have a green light. One car has entered. Second car is in the middle of the intersection, not quite in there. The third car, it can't even get in there at all. So everybody that can get in there is in this right fucking lane, dude. Let me in, dog. See, the person behind me gets it. They get it. They understand that we're all fucking stuck at this stupid fucking light. Never get on the left lane if you're getting off Highway 10 to get onto Lincoln Boulevard. Always get in this right lane. I'm gonna fucking freak out, dude. And none of these cars want to let me go either. They'd rather get sideswiped by me than fucking let somebody in. Yeah, fuck these dumb idiots. I'm gonna keep my signal on. I'm cutting off the next person who thinks that they got it before me. Fuck them. I'm over it. This is the kind of shit where I feel like I'm gonna crash out, as the kids say. How many times? 6? We've been in 6 repetitions of a light and moved 100 feet.
Bad boys, what you want, what you want, what you gonna do when Chevy John Brown.
My phone is roasting in the sun. I'm not waiting again, dude. I'm fucking going. Turning TTS off for a minute. Alright, we got this, guys. We got this. It's all us, baby. Let us in. Let us in. If fucking in. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Okay, what's going on here? What the fuck is going on here? Bruh. You might want to pull up a little bit with your Nevada plates there, Ryan. There we go. Good job. Good job. Yay. All right, I can turn TTS back on. I'm done losing my mind. Oh. Never get in the far left lane when getting onto Lincoln from the Highway 10 going south on exit 2A. Or 2B. 2B. I think it's 2B. Now we're good. Now I don't, there's no other lockup section like that. Fuck, man, I'm sweating.
Musicman says, lol, you finally made it. Blurb says, Yasmin Snackies played Karate Kid, you're the best blurb for 25 bits. Rainbow says the need to try to make it not a bottleneck area.
Yeah, they need to work on the timing of that shit, big time. Like literally all
Yasmin
they would have to
Snacky
do
says, lol.
is time them differently.
Musicman says Danny was waiting there for like 10 minutes it felt like.
Yeah, that was too long for my liking. If it's a cool day and you're not sitting directly in the sun, dripping sweat off your face over and over, then it's not so bad. I wouldn't even be mad at it if it's nice weather, if it's cool out, but when it's, shitty out, and it's hot. It's not even that hot, but sitting in an oven, basically, a van, with no air conditioning.
Thomas Gupla says Grateful Dead, and 2 gummies.
Yeah, that'll change anybody's day for the better, I think.
Mike Scum says sweating like cheese in a lunchbox, brother.
That's right, baby.
Musicman says, Danny, would you ever fix your AC?
Not before I fix all the other things that are more important. AC is very trivial, so it can be like, like an operation that takes many steps and phases of trying
Dipsy
to
Doo
fix
says, good day, pal.
certain things. Hi, Dipsy. How are you?
Mike Scum says a Dash fan.
I have fans, I just don't have it like set
Dipsy
up
Doo
right
says
now.
we are good. Just being super lazy today.
Nice.
Musicman says lol. Mike Scum says okay.
Ugh. Saturday. I wonder if there'll be any parking spots open.
Mike Scum says sounds like you need a nap, lol.
Nah, I just need to cool off. Just gotta get out of the van and let the cool breeze hit me. It's starting to get fucking hot in here. I doubt
MS Orange Green says are we there yet?
Yeah,
Mike
we
Scum
are.
says yeah, true.
I doubt that there's even
Blurb
any
says
spots.
Yasmin Snackies played I'm just a baby blurb for 25 bits. Musicman says Danny, how do you get that pass thing to stay up there? Yasmin Snackies says lol.
Tape. So I saw 2 spots, but those spots are not good. Let's see. guys recognize this area, but yeah, we're back. Made it.
Rainbow says,
This is our stomping grounds.
Musicman says www, we are back.
Hell yeah, we made it safely back to LA, guys. Mwah. Good vehicle.
Mike Scum says whenever you want a spot, it tends to be a tad difficult. When you don't, they are everywhere.
Yeah.
Musicman says at Mike Scums that is true.
Oh my god. Okay. I have to go take a pee. I'll be right back. I'm gonna bring my chat phone with me though. I'm running over to the beach to use the pisser really quick.
MS Orange Green says hi at Taylor Marine. Rainbow says lol. Gums p.
Okay. Intelligence dog shit. Why is it doing that? Okay. All right. Hello, party people. What is up? How you guys doing? How's that? Is that better? This is a crazy angle. It'd be kind of fun to have a camera right there. That'd be a cool view for driving, huh? That'd be kind of cool. Especially if I'm not driving alone. You can see right here, this is where you guys are usually mounted to that. All right, let's do a roll call. If you can hear my voice, please type a W in the chat really quick. We got Miss Orange Green, Rainbow Raccoon, Gino Dorino, not dead yet, Davolsky, Thomas, Therion. Let's go. Let's go. How you guys feeling? Did you just make it back to LA? I did. My phone overheated the second I got out. V-Kite. Feeling good. Good. Eugenio. You guys, I think today's going to be a super short one. So thank you for everything, for hanging out, chatting, for the hype train, for everybody's contributions. I think we actually lost a couple followers today rather than gained some too, which is always interesting. So tomorrow's my first day back on Daddy Danny doggy duties. We got to take Andy to the vet probably on Monday. But we'll do a nice long stream tomorrow. We'll spend time at the studio. We'll go out and explore. Sunday fun day vibes. It's going to be nice. Groot. Tony has a camera angle, yep. And mushroom sauce. And a few other streamers that I know. Damn, I came in too late, stupid chores. Well, usually I don't... This would be the shortest stream that I've done all year. This would be the shortest I think I've ever done all year. for this entire year of 2025. But we can raid somebody super nice. My service sucks so bad over here. I love you guys. Let's set up a raid. If you guys want to be, if you guys aren't in the Discord yet, make sure you join. And the Discord is 18 and up only, guys. It's hard enough to get adults to act like adults, and if there's adult conversations happening in there, I want to make sure that there's only adults in there. I might have to remove somebody from the Discord because they said that they're like in high school, I think, in the chat the other day on Twitch, which means that you're too young to be in the Discord, and you probably know who you are if you're listening right now. It's a guy, but he hasn't been problematic or anything, but it's a rules is a rule. Tristle Kid. So if you guys are not in the Discord yet, please feel free to join up. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this road trip from San Diego to Los Angeles. I feel good. I feel peace of mind knowing that I don't have to drive tonight. I don't have to drive early tomorrow. And we got that whole drive out of the way, and we're back where we need to work for the next 5 days. I'll be working on my stream stuff. I'll be working on my Subathon stuff. I'll be ordering Starlink. You guys, we are literally $45 from being halfway to the Starlink power station goal. So technically I can order the Starlink now, but I won't be able to order the power station until we hit the goal that's on the screen. The sooner we hit that goal on the screen, the sooner we leave LA and go to San Francisco. The sooner we hit that goal, the sooner we start our Subathon. It all kind of coincides with one another. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you to everybody who watches on Twitch. Thank you to everybody who watches on Twitch, YouTube. Thank you to everybody who watches on Kick. We had points today where our Kick and YouTube viewership combined is higher than our Twitch viewership, which is really unusual, man. We'll have to look more into that. But yeah, thank God we're multi-streaming. I freaking love you guys. Yeah, Jamessa, I'm so sorry. I'm just a little bit exhausted, and I haven't had a day off in like 10 days, and I just drove back to LA. So we're going to do a raid on Lee Perrier. Or Lee Perrier. AKA Lee.
$45 Starlink.
Oh my God. Anno V-Kite. Oh, thank you so much, V-Kite. Let's go. No freaking way. That's crazy. Thank you so much. We are halfway. Let's go. We're only 600 away from our goal, guys. This is so exciting. Thank you so much, V-Kite. I love you. Thank you. Wow. Let's freaking go, guys. So this guy that I'm setting up the raid for, he's such a sweetheart. He literally came to my performance at TwitchCon last year, and he's like basically the only person who showed up. So I mean, like it sold out. Like all the seats were taken. The capacity was filled at capacity, the room. But out of all of the like hundreds of people I told about it, the guy we're about to raid is the only one who showed up to my very important performance at TwitchCon last year. So let's go give Lee some love. V-Kite, thank you so much. I keep looking over there. Thank you. Mwah. Thank you so freaking much. Thank you. 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 Seriously, thank you so much. All right, guys, get ready. This raid is about to happen. I'm gonna go take a walk by myself, enjoy the ocean breeze. You know, it's gonna be nice. Please take care of yourselves. Please treat yourself with the same love that you treat me, because you guys are amazing and I love you. So be good to yourselves. Good night, Miss Orange Green. Goodbye. Goodbye, Not Dead Yet. Goodbye, Toft. Goodbye, Eugenio. Goodbye, Groot. Goodbye, V-Kite. Goodbye, Rainbow. Goodbye, Yasmin. Goodbye, Miss Orange Green. Goodbye, Jamessa. Goodbye, Yasmin. Goodbye, anybody who's lurking. Groot. I'll catch up with you guys on Discord.